I think one key part about also getting back into alignment is you're in this constant state of questioning and seeing if what you know is true, or if the ways you're living and you're thinking, is that actually true? And I think it's this constant process of reflecting, and it's like, am I living in the best way that I possibly can? But the answer is no. How could I start changing that? By changing my habits, by changing, like, for me specifically, it's like the time that I go to bed so I can actually wake up early and do things. Or is it by changing our environments? That's why I think environment has such a huge factor. When you're in a calm environment where you can think clearly, it's like everything's just so much easier, because then you actually have the space to receive things versus constantly being distracted that things aren't how they should be. And that I just know from personal experience. And sometimes that means you just have to take a moment to clean everything, or actually like put things on the walls that make you feel centered, to bring life into your life, which is like the mission behind everything that I do. But it's this constant process of looking within and being like, is this the best way that I could be living my life? And if the answer is yes, then I think then it's just building on that and trying to be like, well, how can I make this better? And just make it so it's better for me, and the more abundant I am, the more abundant everyone else is. And being known that like you could be in a creative state to always like to expand and create things that are better and greater and grander than you could have ever expected. But the thing is, if it's not, then to actually take a really hard look at what's working in your life and what isn't. And the things that aren't serving you, the things that aren't constantly moving you forward, how can you start eliminating those in your life, or how can you start delegating those? Through that process, you just start focusing and creating more time for what's truly important to you right now. Because I think the key is, like, we only have this one life from what we know. That's all we have. And the sad part is that most people are living it as if this is a dress rehearsal. This is it. This is it. So what are you doing if you're not living a life that's true to who you are? What are you doing if you're not living to become your fullest self and fully discover what really matters in life? Like, what are you doing then? Are you just living a life trying to please others? Are you just living in a life to just get by? Because to me, that's not really living, that's just surviving. And sometimes there's some people who are in really difficult spots, and I know and my heart goes out to those people who are in that place. But I think more often than that, it's more of just a mindset shift and the ability to look within and forget all appearances and like cast all that aside and getting in line with what's the truth. And then finding people who are also in alignment, or who are on that journey, who are actually seeking out that journey to become aligned. And spend time with those people, talk with those people, tell them what you're doing, and have them become part of your support system of a person you want to become in life. Because it's a constant journey. Life itself is this beautiful journey, and it's all what we make of it. And I just like, one reason I make these videos, one reason like I'm so passionate about this stuff and why I feel the need to share it, is because I just feel like so many people, people only knew, and if so many people just actually took the moment to listen and to just realize what is actually true in life, and am I living in life in alignment with the truth, or am I living in life based on what everyone else has told me that's actually not serving me at all? And sometimes it takes the awareness and actually looking within to realize that that's actually the truth versus what based on what everything else you always thought was true. And for me, it took me so many years. It took me finishing school, traditional education, to fully be able to have the space to see that truth, to actually have the space to learn from people who live life so differently from me, who had some of the craziest upbringings, some upbringings that had little to nothing, and now are in this amazing, abundant place, changing lives of so many people. And the key for them is they did what they had to do, but then they also started getting in alignment with who they were and realizing the truth of who they are. They started studying people who were succeeding in life and were winning in life. And then they started putting everything that those people were doing into their own practice, into their own lives. And then everything in their life started to change. But the key is it all starts from looking within and always reconnecting to what is actually true despite appearances, what is actually true despite what society is saying, or based on what my mom's saying, or my grandma's saying, or my friend is saying, or my neighbor is saying. So unless they're living those lives like you want to live, be very careful what they tell you and what you actually take in from what they tell you. Because 9 times out of 10, it's from just them speaking from their own limited beliefs, from what they know is true. It's from their limited awareness of what's actually true in life. Listen to the people who are doing big things, because those are the people you want to model yourself afterward if you have the desire to also do big things and become the infinite being that you actually are.